Joseph of Egypt, a story of faith and overcoming. Hello, my adventurers. Today we are going to travel back in time and learn about the incredible story of Joseph of Egypt, a young man who faced many challenges but never lost his faith. Get ready for an adventure full of emotions. A long time ago in the distant land of Canaan, there lived a boy named Joseph. Joseph was one of Jacob's 12 sons, a man devoted to God. Jose had a special place in his father's heart, who presented him with a tunic of different colors. This bright, colorful robe represented Jacob's particular love for Joseph, but it also aroused envy in the hearts of his brothers. Jose possessed a unique talent. He could interpret dreams. One day, around the campfire, Jose told his brothers an intriguing dream. He dreamed that they were in the field tying sheaves of wheat, and suddenly the brothers' sheaves bowed to him. The brothers became angry and laughed at Joseph, asking him if he really believed he would one day rule over them. The resentment and envy in their hearts grew even more. Shortly afterwards, Jose had another dream. He dreamed that there were the sun, the moon, and 11 stars, and they all bowed down to him. His father Jacob was impressed by this dream, as it seemed to suggest that the entire family, including himself and his wife, would bow down to Joseph. Then he warned him, asking him to be careful when telling these dreams. Jacob then kept this dream in his heart, wondering what it could mean. One day, Jacob asked Joseph to accompany his brothers in the field. When they noticed Jose's approach, they decided to plot against him. Then his brothers, full of envy, threw Joseph into a well. At the end of the afternoon, they decided to sell Joseph as a slave to merchants going to Egypt. When they arrived home, the brothers deceived their father, making him believe that Joseph had been devoured by a wild animal. As proof of this, they handed over his torn tunic to Jacob, who was very sad. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to an important man named Potiphar. Even though he was a slave, Joseph worked hard and gained Potiphar's trust, becoming the administrator of his house. But Potiphar's wife accused him unjustly, and even though he was innocent, he was thrown into prison. In this cold and dark environment, Joseph never doubted the presence of God. Inside prison, because he was very intelligent and skilled, he gained the jailer's trust. Joseph still continued interpreting dreams. One day he interpreted the dreams of 2 prisoners, and one of them, who was Pharaoh's butler, promised to help him. It happened that after a long time, Pharaoh had a dream that no one could interpret. Then the butler remembered Joseph, and told Pharaoh that there was someone who could interpret such a dream. Pharaoh then ordered Joseph to be called to his presence. Then Pharaoh told the following dream. He had dreamed of 7 fat cows and 7 thin cows, and the thin cows devoured the fat ones. Joseph explained that Egypt would have 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine, that the people should prepare. Impressed, the Pharaoh placed Joseph as governor of Egypt, in charge of storing food for the lean years. When the famine arrived, people from distant lands began to look for food in Egypt. Joseph's brothers were also suffering from famine in Canaan, and his father Jacob sent them to Egypt to buy supplies. Upon arriving in Egypt, Joseph's brothers were taken to him, who was responsible for distributing food. However, they did not recognize Joseph, for he now dressed and spoke like an Egyptian nobleman. But Joseph recognized them immediately. With a heart full of emotion and memories, Jose decided to test them to see if they had changed. He placed a silver cup in Benjamin's bag and then accused him of stealing to see the brothers' reaction. When his brother Judah offered to take Benjamin's place as a prisoner, Joseph realized that his brothers had really changed. So he decided to reveal who he really was. Everyone hugged. Joseph then asked his brothers to go get his father Jacob and his entire family to live in Egypt, where he could take care of them during the years of famine. The story of Joseph teaches us that even in the worst situations, we must keep our faith and trust in God. He has a plan for each of us and can turn our difficulties into great blessings. Just like Joseph, we must be persevering and trust that God is always with us. If you like this story and want to hear more inspiring adventures from the Bible, subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Share this message with your friends and family, and remember, God has a wonderful plan for you. Until next time, and may God bless you all.